Hello twin flames and welcome to the Divine Masculine message for Monday now. The masculines are dealing with feet issues today, feet, toes, maybe their ankles, muscles, calves, knees, legs. These are issues they're dealing with. So if they are all of a sudden off the feet for any reason, they're not able to walk around or they damage themselves in some way, even just stubbing the toe, this is because they are dealing with minor fears around moving forward. Now, my masculine went through this very powerfully, okay? Over the weekend, he's hurt himself. He's hurt his feet because he fell over and twisted his ankle and his foot. And he stubbed his toe and he's cut his toe. So the masculines are going through it externally right now in their physical self because there's fear there. They're afraid of the minor things about the future. So, for example, the masculines may be worrying about money. It's November. We're moving towards Thanksgiving, Christmas time, the new year. So they may be worrying. They give me the word mithered, which means our mind is occupied with little things. They're mithered over money. Maybe they're thinking about buying the children Christmas presents or providing for them. Or they're thinking about how they're going to be financially stable when they leave that karmic relationship, or there could be issues around making money right now, things connected with bills, with the economy, with, these gas prices rising and all the things that we have to pay out. So I do feel the masculines are mithered over financial things, and that's causing little mishaps, accidents, knocks, scrapes, things like that. Also, the feet and the toes are connected with the grounding energy. And grounding is connected with our physical world and movement. So it feels like, they want to get up out of their chair and make that move, but they have to uproot themselves. So if they've been stuck somewhere for a long time, like a karmic relationship, a marriage, etc., they have to make the conscious effort to get up and move. And that's painful, it's scary, uncertain. So again, they knock the toe, they bang up the foot, they trip over, that's why. So the masculines are dealing with things in their lower half today. They may also be experiencing, head pressure, tension, if they're having headaches, anything like that, because, the mind is occupied. So when we're mithered, we also overthink. So they may also be getting that. They may be a bit, not necessarily angry, but testy, so they get triggered easily. I'm picking up on those kind of things. So it's really important as a divine feminine that we hold compassion this week, and especially today. And I spoke about that in the divine feminine reading. Accept things and accept them as they are. Remember the growing and the learning and healing, and they hurt too. So I'm going to bring in the divine masculine distraction oracle and the Indigo angel oracle. So what do we need to know? My masculine channels the masculine collective. So he goes through his own stuff, but he also channels the masculines. He doesn't talk about the physical things a lot. I tend to do that, but he certainly experiences and feels them. So thank you, angels. What's going on with the masculines today, please? I definitely feel feet, legs, lower half affected today, even the mind as well. So the first thing we've got then, honestly, I've got angel bumps because I just saw the authority card and I was about to say this is Archangel Michael, and look at this. Wow, you can't get better than that. So Archangel Michael is protecting your masculine today. Archangel Michael is giving them power to cut cords with the past or anything that may be causing them harm or distress or mither or anxiety. This is about the authority of Archangel Michael. Now, the ultimate authority is God. God is the creator. But because of religious beliefs and other things, sometimes we don't have that direct channel to God. But we do have a direct channel to angels, and God creates the angels for our benefit, to help us, to assist us, to protect us, to be there for us. Because the angels are a bridge to God, to Jesus. So this is the creator giving you the power of Archangel Michael. So I feel God is sending Archangel Michael to the masculine today to help them to see that they have a higher power, that they aren't doing this on their own, that they can survive, that they will thrive, that they have power within them to make changes. And the green energy is connected with Archangel Raphael, bringing in that healing to the physical self. The blue of the wings is about the power to fly forward and make things happen, to make changes, to realise there is a way out. And, what they're actually showing me in this card as well, just to give you, a kind of reference to something. If you've seen Supergirl years ago, the old one, where what happened was she was sent to, or for some reason she ended up in the pit of wherever, like the pit of despair. They showed me in Princess Bride as well, because you may know that, when Wesley goes to the pit of despair. But Supergirl goes to this place, I can't think what it's called offhand, but it's not a nice place, and she has to fight her way out. And she sees this light above, and she has to climb her way out. And she has, I think it's Zoltar or whoever it is, saying, on girl, you can do this. And she fights her way out. And that's what Archangel Michael does for the divine feminine and the divine masculine. When you're going through that dark night of the soul, when you feel like you can't go on, when you feel like you're in the depths of despair, the pits of despair, Archangel Michael gives you the power and the strength and the grace to carry on. On girl, on guy, come on now. You are a soldier, you are a warrior, you can do this. You've got this because I have got you. So helping you to fight through and out of any darkness. And this is where the masculines are. They're fighting for that light at the end of the tunnel. They're fighting for their happiness. They're fighting for their life right now. And, they may not seem that way if they seem, indifferent, not bothered, plodding along. But inside, they are fighting, and this is the thing, I've seen George hurt himself over the last few days and fight to be a warrior and to be strong. And, he's a masculine, he acts like it doesn't bother him. Yet, of course, it does. But he's fighting for better times. And this is what your masculine is doing right now. Fighting for better times, to find that light at the end of the tunnel. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with George or our relationship or anything in our life. I'm just giving you the example of what the masculines go through. They fight for that better time, and this better time is your energy, your light. That's your light there that they are being drawn to. Now, obviously, this is authority, so this is about God and, the higher power, but it's also about you being their beacon of light, especially when there's no communication, there's blocks in communication, or they can't see that way out. So Archangel Michael is helping them, and I really feel this is also the energy of cutting cords, releasing the past, letting go. Archangel Michael helping them to break free from anything toxic to them or anything dragging them down. So Archangel Michael is around the masculine today, giving them power. Really beautiful energy to start the week with. So we've got shopping. It says the need for more, acquiring things to fill the void and feel love. So the masculines, again, like I said, they're worrying about minor things. They're worrying about things like Christmas shopping. They may be buying things right now, whether it's online or in a shop or other things, because they're acquiring things to fill a void and to feel loved. When my mum died, that's what I did. I overshot for a little while to fill up a void that was missing. And I chose shopping because, we shared a mutual shop. And usually, when she was living, if she bought one, she'd buy me one as well. And that kind of went on for a little bit until I realised, come on, let's pull yourself together. Your mum wouldn't want you to be doing this. So we all deal with grief and loss and pain in many, many, many ways. And I feel the masculine here could be buying things or thinking about buying things too. And you might think, well, my masculine doesn't really buy things. He doesn't really like going shopping. But this is a time of year where shopping will be on their mind. Maybe your masculine is a woman and loves shopping. We all love shopping. But this is showing you whatever he is acquiring right now, whatever he is buying, whatever she is buying, is connected with a void that needs to be filled. And that void is filled through self-love, self-care, and through you and the connection with Source. But if they are struggling to connect with their own self, if they're struggling to connect with you or God, they're going to try and fill it up with material things. I know someone who was going through this, a divine masculine who was going through this and ended up buying a sports car. And he didn't keep it for very long, but it was just filling up a void. Maybe buying some designer clothes or doing other things because he was trying to fill up that void. And the only thing that could really fill up that void was not only his divine feminine, but his connection with self and Source. And I've been talking about that very powerfully lately, how important it is that we find our connection with Source. And writing and typing. It says finding the right way and finding the right words to write in a message. So this is definitely about communication coming in. They want to write you a message, whether that's actually writing it with a pen and piece of paper, which, in this day and age is unlikely, or they are on their phone or mobile device or their computer typing something out. So they're using the fingers and they're using the hands. So they may also be having issues in the hands or the fingers, but I feel it's more the feet and the toes because that's about movement and change and minor fears. I feel if they are being kind of made to sit down, because they can't move around as much because they've hurt the feet or they've hurt the legs or whatever else, or they're at the desk at work, they are using their hands to create something. So he's writing and typing to find the right way and the right words to communicate, to write in a message. So this is a great message that he's about to send a message. And remember, he's cutting cords of fear and doubt and he's fighting his way out. So it's only fitting that eventually he's going to reach that top of the light, and that's when you're going to receive that message. So this is another message for you about an incoming message, about incoming communication, and about knowing that anything can happen. So it's about divine feminine listening to your inner authority. You know that this message is coming. You feel it. The angels are reminding you. On Friday we got the card coming out, relax and breathe, soon. These things are coming to you soon. So if you're all of a sudden shopping today and you don't know why, maybe you're doing Christmas shopping or you're overbuying something, it's because you may be trying to fill that void. And Archangel Michael may help you cut the cords if you ask him to do that. Say, I don't need material things to satisfy me. Thank you for helping me to cut cords with the need for things now, the need to release. And, in the feminine reading, we got that too. And remember, you and your twin are one. So Archangel Michael is also around the divine feminine today, bringing in power. So I feel for the collective, Michael bringing in power and strength today to do what we need to do, release what we need to release and feel at peace. And then the motorbike comes, which is about movement. I hope this helps. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.